Welcome to the May 22nd, 2025 regular board meeting of the Banning Unified School District Board of Trustees. The time is 5:30. Please be advised that a recording or broadcast of this meeting is being made at the discretion of the board. Your turn, my turn. Clerk Anguiano, please take roll.
Clerk Anguiano, present. Trustee Martinez Lara. And Mark, not present. Trustee Navales.
Present.
President Ruiz.
Present.
And Trustee Troutman.
Present.
Online.
Online, so present. Please let the record reflect that we have a quorum.
So good evening. Before we move forward, there's been a request by a board member pursuant to AB, which is Assembly Bill 2449, classes, to have a board member participate virtually. So in order to do that, we have to go through a set of criteria. The first set of criteria is there needs to be at least a quorum present, and so we do have that tonight. We also must provide a two-way audio visual platform, which we do have tonight as well. And number three, the person who is requesting this approval from the board needs to provide a general description of the circumstances relating to their need to appear remotely at any given meeting. And so there's some criteria. And so at this point, I would just ask, I believe, Ms. Troutman, what the reason or cause would be to want to participate virtually.
Without going into too much detail, I'm not feeling very well.
Okay. And so I don't know, let's just open up Ms. Martina Laura's mic as well, and we're going to ask her the same thing. That's okay. Okay. So at this point, given stating the reason for Mrs. Board Member Troutman, it does meet the criteria. So at this point, we would have to ask the board if that it would be approved for her to participate virtually with the members that are here.
Yes.
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 And Mrs. Troutman, I would have to ask you just two more questions. One is, if you are in a space, are you in your space alone, or are there anyone there under the age of 18?
I'm completely alone.
Okay. So with that being said, Mrs. Troutman, given board approval, will be able to participate in the meeting virtually. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Item 1.2, Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
Please place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1.3, Adopt Agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda?
No, there are no changes to the agenda.
Are there any board requests to change the agenda? Do I have a motion and a second to adopt the agenda as posted?
I'll move.
I second.
I have a motion from Trustee Navales and a second from Clerk Anguiano. All those in favor say aye.
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 All
Aye.
those opposed say nay. The agenda is adopted with a 4-0 vote. Item 1.4, Banning High School Avid Student Presentation. I would like to invite Dr. Causey Bush to the podium to introduce this evening's presentation.
Good evening, President Ruiz, distinguished members of the board, Superintendent Davis, and the Banning community. We have a special presentation this evening from our AVID team, but before we play the video, would you like to come up, Mr. Valdivia? I just wanted to share that our AVID team has been led by Mr. Valdivia and our AVID seniors. We recently had several of them who were honored and who have gone through the program and who have positioned themselves to receive college credits and the like. It's a rigorous program. AVID, there's a continuum from our elementary to our middle and to our high school, and we just wanted to say thank you very much for the work you're doing as you receive our students. And with that, we'll go on and start the video.
Sometimes it takes you by the hand, it's down, you know what's going on in your head. I've been in places and I won't say that I make it happen for my family. When it's strange, it's a little walk downstairs, you must not believe my truth, so say that's not the only way. I'm living by things for such you know, it's not the sense, just think all that thoughts of pressure of time I need to feel a chance so I don't fall and play. Take a sip of something, pour some bottle.
Hello, good afternoon. Sorry, let me just pull this up. So my name is Ilani Tafoya. I'm the vice president of AVID, well, former vice president. So I'm done with my title now. So we pass it off to our new cabinet. I will be going into CBU in the fall for radiologic sciences. I wanted to thank the board, the district members, and to the high school for all the funding that you guys have given us for the junior road trips, senior road trips, and all of that. And credits to Mr. Nunez and to for the editing, and to Eleni and the Banning High Film team for their help with the community events, just for like videos like this to show. And I wanted to pass it off to the new cabinet, to Andrea Casadas, and speaking about her experience. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Andrea Casadas, and first of all, I'd like to highlight once again that our junior road trip video was made possible by our amazing film teacher, Mr. Nunez, and the Bronco Media team. I'm the upcoming Avid Treasurer for the 2025-2026 school year at Banning High School. I've been a part of the Avid program for the past 7 years now, and I'm here today to share what the junior road trip meant for me and my classmates. This trip gave Avid students an incredible opportunity to visit several colleges and explore places that many of us had never seen before. Coming from a town like Banning, where many families face financial challenges, opportunities like this are rare and also incredibly meaningful. It wasn't just about leaving the town for a few days, but it was about opening our eyes to new possibilities. Once again, growing up in Banning, I've often seen graduates just stay local for college, and while there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, it's nice to know that there's so much more out there and more options. So it gave us the chance to dream a lot bigger. So speaking on behalf of the AVID class, this trip gave us hope, motivation, and a vision of a future we might not have believed was possible for us before. Thank you for your time, and thank you for supporting opportunities like this because they truly do make a lasting impact in students' lives. So now I'm going to pass it off to our former AVID president, Trinity Scholler.
So my name is Trinity Scholler, and was the former president of the AVID program um, of the 2024 through 2025 school year. And I wanted to kind of start off by kind of sharing like my whole experience with being able to be an AVID, especially with these trips. These trips really kind of opened my eyes as a person who's very like kept together, very um, quiet most of the time. I felt like I wasn't able to kind of open my mind up to new ideas. And being able to go on the junior road trip really opened my mind about everything. Um, as someone who's a part of a family who's only been to community colleges, and um, few of them have never even, they didn't complete it fully. I thought it wasn't like a dream of mine. I didn't think it was possible to be able to attend a 4-year college. And because of the junior road trip, I was able to see Berkeley and apply to 3 other UCs. And I ended up getting in at every single UC that I applied to this year. So, so I will be attending UCLA in the fall to study journalism. And I completely owe it to the AVID field trips and for really opening my eyes. Just as Andrea said, it gave us an opportunity to dream, something that we didn't think we had the option to. But yeah, I would like to thank the district and the board members and everybody a part of the high school for allowing this to happen. It wouldn't be possible without each and every one of you. So we'd like to say thank you.
Congratulations and thank you, guys. Item 1.5, student presentations. I would like to invite Dr. Kazi Bush back to the podium to introduce this evening's student presentations.
Good evening. This evening, we are having a reduced number of students because our CUM students, they are rehearsing because they have graduation tomorrow. And so representing our high school to give a brief update will be Mr. Brian Calderon. Nope. Thank you. Okay. Like, no, you're good. And so representing Nicolette Middle School, we have Miss Caitlin Yang, and if she can come on down.
Good evening, Board President Ruiz, distinguished members of the board, Superintendent Davis, and members of the Banning community. Today, I am excited to share some of the highlights and important events from this month. First off, a huge congratulations to all of us for pushing through two full weeks of testing, state testing, and it's finally behind us. Great job, everyone. We also enjoyed a fun and delicious food day where all of our school clubs sold amazing drinks and food. Plus, we got to cool off with Kona Ice. On May 16th, we had our final pack track event where we were treated to tasty tacos and mini pancakes, generously served by ASB. Then, on May 17th, we danced the night away at the 8th grade promotion dance. The theme was black and white, and everyone looked great in their semi-formal attire. As we wrap up the school year, we're looking forward to 8th grade activities week. On May 27th, we have a pool party at the public pool, followed by a movie day in the gym on May 28th. On May 29th, we have our promotion practice and lunch. And finally, on May 30th at 11 a.m., we'll celebrate our official 8th grade promotion ceremony. And now it's time to honor, oh, sorry, I messed up. And it's my honor to introduce your 8th grade president for the 25-26 school year, UDT Morales.
Hi, my name is UDT Morales, and I'm very happy to be the next president for ASB.
Thank you for all your time, and let's finish the school year strong.
I'm going to call up Dr. Thomas, who's here for a very special presentation for Caitlin.
Good evening. Sorry, I don't want to drop everything. Good evening, distinguished members of the board, Superintendent Davis, and the Banning community. It is my absolute privilege to present the 8th grade Citizenship Award to Caitlin Yang for her outstanding service to our school. And I would like to read what the Daughters of the American Revolution want to present to Caitlin. So it is our honor to present you with this special 8th grade Youth Citizenship Award. The honorees for this award are selected by the student's principal or headmaster. This is one of those rare opportunities they are given sole discretion to select a student that has demonstrated the qualities of a citizen at their school, in their community, and in their homes. They were asked to select a student that possessed the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism in their homes, schools, and communities. There was no need for an application or essay, as their decision is based solely on your qualities that are demonstrated consistently. And I can say, not just as a principal, but as a fellow community member and as someone who has her own child here in the district, I have watched Caitlin in action, not just as a Palomino at Nicollet Middle School, but how she interacts at the Boys and Girls Club at Central, where my son is. And I have just been so thankful as a parent in this community that Caitlin has impacted our future generations of students that'll be coming up to Nicollet. So I, as a parent for this district, personally thank you, Caitlin, for what you've done for my Nico. And that makes me teary as a mom. But I'm so proud of you as your principal, knowing that when you get to the high school, you are going to be one of the stars that shine over at Banning High School. And they continue by saying what I truly believe is the goodness truth. Our communities must have citizens that are dependable, provide service to others, take leadership roles, and demonstrate pride in being an American. We hope in your future you will continue to be the citizen that you are today by being involved in your high school and of course one day in your university campus, your government, your churches, community organizations, and maybe you will even find that you have patriot heritage and would one day join the Daughters of the American Revolution. Regardless, Caitlin, thank you for everything that you are and that you will become. And on behalf of the Daughters of the American Revolution, I have your award, your medal, and you can buy more Palomino swag before you leave us with this $100 gift card. And your mom and dad knew about this? Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our remarks from our students for the evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 1.6, student board member comments and recognition, Brian Calderon. We will now hear from our student board member.
Good evening, President Ruiz, Superintendent Davis, rest of the school board, members of the banning community. I'm truly honored to be standing here today as we celebrate not only the end of an unforgettable school year, but also the legacy we, the senior class, leave behind. Let me start by talking about one of the most powerful experiences of our senior year, the Legacy Walk. Walking through all the grade schools in our cap and gowns, seeing the excitement and admiration in the eyes of younger students, it was surreal. It reminded us of how far we've came and how much we've grown. To think we were once those little kids, looking up to big kids in caps, dreaming of our turn. That moment wasn't just for us, it was for every student who will walk these halls after us. We got to be a living reminder that dreams can come true with hard work, support, and heart. And what a school year this has been. From the first day back in August to our last finals, every single moment has added up to something truly amazing. We faced challenges, pushed ourselves, achieved things we never thought possible, whether it was in the classroom, on the stage, on the field, or simply being there for one another. This year brought out the best in us. We grew, we laughed, we struggled, we triumphed, and we did it together. But none of this would have been possible without the incredible support system around us. To the school board, thank you for believing in us and giving us the opportunity to strive. To our principal, Arturo Paz, um, and to the administration, thank you for leading with strength, compassion, and commitment. To every teacher who stayed late to help, who encouraged us when we felt lost, who saw our potential even when we didn't, I'd like to say thank you. You've shaped our minds, our futures, and to the custodians, the cafeteria workers, the secretaries, the aides, thank you for keeping our school running, for your kindness, your smiles, and your hard work that so often goes unnoticed and unrecognized. You are the heart of this school. We are graduating not just with diplomas, but with memories, friendships, lessons, a deep sense of gratitude. And as we head off into the next chapter of our lives, we carry all of this with us. So to everyone who has been part of our journey, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We'll never forget where we came from, and we promise to make you proud of where we're going. Thank you all.
So, Mr. Calderon, I don't know if you want to stay down there, up here, but we have some comments for you. Okay, maybe there so you can get a good view of it. So I don't know if whoever wants to start.
Brian, it has been a privilege this year to watch you grow, to see your input, to receive your input from a student. Your speech was incredibly inspiring. To us, it was incredibly inspiring. And we wish you so much, so many blessings, so much opportunity. Your dreams are so worth pursuing, and we can't wait to see what you will do next and the rest of the seniors as well. So thank you so much for being a part of what we do as well. Thank you.
My turn. Brian, we've seen you grow up within the year that you've been with us, and it's amazing to see you get this far. I get all emotional because I think it's my mom heart, but I'm just so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. So keep going, and don't forget that you have all of us here supporting you.
Brian, you've been an amazing voice for the students at the high school, and I thank you for all of your dedication and time that you've given. And I see nothing but amazing things for you in your future. Congratulations.
Ms. Troutman, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, thank you. Brian, it has been an honor and a privilege having you up there on the dais with us and giving us all your knowledge, all your insight. It's been extremely wonderful and appreciated. And I'm sorry we're going to lose you as a board member, but we have all enjoyed every moment of it, and we appreciate your hard work and dedication to this job. So thank you very much, and I wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors.
How does it feel to hear all of that? It was pretty good, yeah?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brian, I was just thinking about it. It's been 13 years since I've had the opportunity to work with student board members. 13 years. And every year they're a little different. They all have different kind of slant, what they feel, what they want. I have 4 words to describe you in one experience. The 4 words I have to describe you is you're kind. You're always kind. Every time I see you, in every space that I see you, you're always kind. You're positive. You stay positive. You focus on the positive. And when you focus, whatever you focus on is going to expand. We focus on negativity, that will expand. You focus on the positive, and that will expand for you. So I'm really proud of you for that. You're steady and you're consistent all of the time, and you're dependable. And the one memory I will have of you was a couple months ago. I think it was like, I don't know, 40 degrees. It was pouring down buckets. And I didn't even really know that you played soccer, but you were the goalie. And it was that one championship game. And I just said to myself, I don't even know how these guys are out here. It was freezing, but you held it down and you stood right in the center. You got that ball and you guys won the game. And so I'm really proud of your development and what you're gonna do in the future, because sky's the limit for you. So thank you for everything that you've done for Banning High School and our district. Thank you. So if we can take a picture.
Item 1.7, opportunity for community comments, closed session items. Have we received any other comments for closed session?
That was it.
At this time, I'd like to call down Maria Lopez Torres.
Individuals who wish to address the board on matters which affect the district and its programs are requested to complete a request address to address the Board of Trustees card and submit it to the administrative assistant. Speakers are asked to limit comments to 3 minutes. While the board welcomes input from the community, they will not respond or take action during public comments. The board may decide to refer matters to the district staff or take under advisement for future meetings. All speakers are reminded to be respectful and courteous.
Hello and good evening, Board President Reese, members of the board, Banning Unified Cabinet, and our banding community. I am here representing our band boosters and wanted to give a special recognition to one of our fellow band students who had been part of our band family, but because of circumstances wasn't able to participate this year. We would still like to give him a special recognition to Brian Calderon, and present him with his band medal that we would like to give to him. I don't know if it's okay if he can come up. And at the same time, my son Ivan Torres, who is also another one of our fellow band students, will present him with his cord for his years of service in our band, for being part of our band. Yeah, so we just wanted to come up here and give that part to Brian Calderon for his years of service, for being part of our marching Bronco regiment. Thank you.
Truly a well-rounded individual you are. Item 2, closed session. The board will now go into closed session. The time is 6:01. We are back from closed session. The time is 7:47. Clerk Anguiano, please take roll.
Item 2.1 in closed session. Okay, Clerk Anguiano present, Trustee Novales,
Present.
and President Ruiz.
Present.
Okay, Lucy Martinez Lara is not present, and Laura Troutman is not present. Please let the record reflect that we have a quorum.
Item 3.1, report from closed session. Clerk Anguiano, please share.
Okay, item 2.1 in closed session, the board received information and was updated. Item 2.2 in closed session, the board received information and was updated. Item 2.3 in closed session, the Board of Trustees approved the appointment of Jaime Anaya and Yesenia Leon Silva for elementary assistant principal. Motion was made. Motion was made by President Ruiz and seconded by Trustee Troutman and carried on a 4-0 vote.
It's a little hot tonight. Good evening, President Ruiz, Clerk Anguiano, distinguished board members, Superintendent Davis, community. On behalf of the Banning Unified School District, Board of Trustees, and Superintendent Terrence Davis, we are excited to announce Yesenia Leon Silva as elementary assistant principal at Banning Unified School District. Ms. Leon Silva began her teaching career in 2016 with the Los Angeles Unified School District. In 2017, she joined the Banning Unified School District, where she has been a dedicated educator in the dual immersion program at Central Elementary. In addition to her classroom experience, Ms. Leon Silva has served as an assistant principal in the Riverside Unified School District, further expanding her leadership education. Ms. Leon Silva received her bachelor's from California Polytechnic University and went on to earn her master's in curriculum and instruction from Grand Canyon University. Please join us in welcoming Yesenia Leon Silva to the Banning Unified School District as an assistant principal.
Good evening, President Ruiz, distinguished members of the board, Superintendent Davis. I want to sincerely thank you, and it's truly an honor to take this next step in my career, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to continue serving our students, staff, and school community in this new capacity. Banning reminds me of the close-knit community I grew up in, and I've been fortunate to work with incredible colleagues and mentors, and I will carry those experiences with me as I step into this new role. I look forward to supporting our district's mission, build strong relationships, and helping all of our students succeed. Thank you again for your support and belief in my leadership.
We are also excited to announce Jaime Anaya as an elementary assistant principal in the Banning Unified School District. Mr. Anaya brings over 17 years of experience in education. including 11 years as an elementary school teacher, 3 years as a student advisor at the middle school level, and 3 years as an assistant principal in the Alvord Unified School District. Mr. Anaya holds a Master's of Arts in Education from the University of California at Riverside, where he also earned a Bachelor's of Arts in Liberal Studies with a minor in education. Please join us in welcoming Jaime Anaya to the Banning Unified School District.
Good evening. Superintendent Davis, board members, Reese, Adriano, and Novales, excuse me if I didn't pronounce your last names correctly, as I'm new here. Just want to say thank you for this opportunity. Just in this past hour and a half of just kind of standing here and just watching these individuals, different people from different places and schools and departments and talking to each other, and just the fact of collaborating kind of just makes me feel like this is a place I want to be. And the fact that people came up to me and introduced themselves and just made me feel really welcome. So I'm just happy to be here, and thank you for this opportunity. And I'm just excited in this new role. So thank you.
And continuing with item 2.3, in closed session, the Board of Trustees approved the appointment of Dr. Kevin Lee for Assistant Superintendent, Human Resources. Motion was made by Trustee Troutman and seconded by President Ruiz and carried on a 4-0 vote.
So I can't be Johnny Baker, that's for sure. So I apologize for that. But President Ruiz, Clerk Aguiano, Ms. Novales, and our board members in our community, on behalf of the Banning Unified School District Board of Trustees and the superintendent, we are excited to announce Dr. Kevin Lee as the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Dr. Lee brings 32 years of experience in education, including 20 years dedicated to human resources. His career has included roles as a teacher, elementary school principal, director of human resources, and most recently, assistant superintendent of human resources in Bonita Unified School District. So let's not confuse BUSD with Banning. Dr. Kevin Lee holds a doctorate in educational leadership from La Sierra University, along with 2 master's degrees, one in educational administration and the other in educational technology from California University, San Bernardino. He also earned his bachelor's of degree in history with a minor in health science from California State University, San Bernardino. Please join in a warm welcome for Dr. Kevin Lee.
President Reese, members of the board, Superintendent Davis, members of the executive cabinet, all staff members and audience here tonight. I would like to thank you for this opportunity to join the Banning School District and to be a part of a dedicated team committed to preparing, inspiring, and educating the 4,300 students that we serve. I am truly excited about committing myself to our district goals and working alongside the 500 Banning employees to reach those goals. With me here tonight is my wife, Kathy, an educator in the Corona Norco School District. Together, we have 3 daughters, one daughter on her way to Northern California to work on her speech pathology degree, another graduating in just a few weeks to go to college on the East Coast, and one that's staying nearby with our grandson. On behalf of our family, we would like to thank you. We look forward to what lies ahead and are grateful for the opportunities to serve the Banning community. Once again, thank you very much.
Item 3.2, opportunity for community comments. We have received several. I'm going to go in order, correct? Go ahead.
Yes, they're in order.
Do you want to read your little spiel first?
I will. Individuals who wish to address the board on matters which affect the district and its programs are requested to complete a request to address Board of Trustees card and submit it to the administrative assistant. Speakers are asked to limit comments to 3 minutes. While the board welcomes input from the community, they will not respond or take action during public comments. The board may decide to refer matters to the district staff or take under advisement for a future meeting. All speakers are reminded to be respectful and courteous.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to call forward Christy Valdivia.
I was worried you wouldn't be able to see me over this, but I think you can. Good evening, members of the school board, Superintendent Davis, and the cabinet. My name is Christy Valdivia, and I've been a teacher in Banning Unified School District for the past 29 years. I've taught in both special education and general education throughout my years here in the district. I am currently a specialized academic instructor at Hemmerling Elementary School, and this is the very first time I've ever spoke at this podium. So what I have to say is really important to me and to our district. I'm here tonight to voice my concerns with the negotiation topics regarding special education. I am asking the board to convey to the administrative negotiation team that it is not the time to stop working together regarding all topics special education. The students, parents, staff, and administration need to come together and work on realistic solutions for difficult situations. There are 3 areas that can't wait. There are too many times in Banning that we don't get things figured out, and we start the year working on them and we're already behind. So there's 3 areas that we cannot wait. Retention of special education teachers. Right now at Hemmerling, we have had a substitute teacher for the entire school year in a special education classroom, and that's not good for the students. Caseload is another situation we need to look at. In my whole years working in special education, things are different. I think everybody here knows that. Things are not the same that they used to be. And a caseload of 28 is not just a caseload of 28. It used to be where you would have 28 meetings during the year. Now, one student could be 15 meetings. So a caseload of 28 is like 50 meetings throughout the year. So something that we need to come up with the policy and we need to work together. And finally, something that's really dear to my heart is the inclusion program. It's hard on our general education teachers, and I want to be here to support them. But it's also so valuable and so incredible for our students to have that opportunity. With inclusion, we need to make sure that there are lots of supports for our general education teachers, for our students. Behavior is a big one, and so we need to make sure that we provide support. And so I am asking and encouraging the board to guide the district team to continue to work with the BTA negotiation team and make a plan to benefit all members, all students, all staff, even our administrators. Mr. Worthington, I know he needs, it's a big job, and I think we all need to work together to make the special ed program as strong as we can make it. Thank you.
I apologize ahead of time if I say the name incorrectly, and if I do, it is Mr. Davis's fault for the record. Is it Marie Pilgrim?
Good evening, Banning Unified School Board, Superintendent, and Cabinet members. Thank you for your service to the students, families, and staff of Banning Unified School District. My name is Marie Pilgrim, senior speech language pathologist for Banning, but also daughter of retired Hemmerling Elementary teacher and former school board member Martha Baderio. With me are full-time in-person speech language pathologists, Jonathan Pilgrim and Amy Yasul, and part-time in-person speech language pathologist Huma Qureshi. We are here to express our concern about the contract language for speech language pathologist caseloads being negotiated, and to follow up on our previous communication to the school board regarding attracting and retaining speech language pathologists. We have asked that Banning Unified codify the California Ed Code caseload stipulations for language, speech, and hearing specialists, speech language pathologists, of 55 cases, 40 cases for SLPs providing services for students ages 3 to 5 years old into the BUSD contract. Recently, the SLP workload has increased to an extent that makes adhering to the Ed Code caseload stipulations necessary. In particular, we're being called into multiple hours-long IEP meetings for single students, typically held during the school day to accommodate scheduling requirements of team members, including lawyers. These meetings are frequently extended over multiple days, and there is no substitute speech language pathologist, so students who are scheduled for SLP therapy during these meetings simply miss their services, and those services must be recouped as per the IEP. Caseloads in excess of California Ed Code stipulations make it difficult, often impossible, to give each student the required therapy services during student school hours. As a follow-up to our December 20th, 2024 letter to the board, BUSD was not able to hire the qualified speech language pathologist candidate who lives in Banning, graduated from Banning High School, and wants to work for Banning. This candidate had completed her application on EdJoin and interviewed, but had not been offered a contract at the time she took a position with another district. Instead, Banning is still contracting with virtual SLPs who telecommute from Anaheim and Georgia. We would again ask that Banning prioritize hiring SLPs as certificated district employees for the full school year, even if they are part-time employees, and to prioritize in-person services over virtual. In addition, Banning USD SLPs participate in Medi-Cal billing, resulting in reimbursement of funds to the district. Thus far, in this school year, we've generated $75,000 for the district. Last year, $79,000. The year prior, $71,000. With increasing demands on our time and availability, there is a potential negative impact on billing being completed. Mr. Pilgrim will be handing out copies of our letter and references that give more information regarding our concerns. And we thank you so much for your consideration in these matters. And we know that your priority, as ours, is to give the children of Banning Unified School District the best possible services that we can, because they are our #1 priority. Thank you again so much for your time.
Now I would like to call down Judith Johns.
Good evening, board members, colleagues, and community. My name is Judith Johnson, and I speak to you not just as a middle school teacher, but as a special education professional who works daily to uphold the law, meet student needs, and maintain integrity under increasingly impossible conditions. Special education is not optional. It is a legal mandate under Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, under California Education Code, and under our moral obligation to ensure that every student receives a free, appropriate public education in the least restrictive environment. But we cannot uphold this mandate when special educators are being stretched far beyond what is legally and professionally and humanly sustainable. Right now, we manage a caseload of 28 students. That's 28 IDPs, 28 families, 28 unique educational plans, in addition to teaching, paperwork, data tracking, in collaboration with general education teachers and administrators. It's not just heavy, It's overwhelming. And many of my colleagues are facing even higher caseloads. This is not about preference. This is about compliance, student equity, and about protecting the district from legal and financial risk. The district is not willing to negotiate so that they have flexibility to put more on our caseload. But we are not asking for flexibility. We are asking for necessary, justified action. We are asking for special education article in our contract that includes special education classes based on student needs rather than on the district's finances. We are asking for lower caseload caps that don't go by outdated state legal minimums, but instead meet today's realities. We're asking for support roles, district and site department roles for RSP and SDC staff to ensure site level leadership and support. We're asking for ongoing training and mental health resources that reflect the intense nature of our work. We are not burning out because we don't care. We are burning out because the system isn't designed to support those doing the work, and we can't choose anymore between compliance and quality, between our health and our students' needs, between being advocates for our kids and advocates for ourselves. There is no room for flexibility. Our concerns are grounded in law and basic professional standards. We're asking you to respond not with delay, but with action to support the teachers who are protecting the district from both legal and financial risk. We are asking to support and uphold the most vulnerable of all, our students. Thank you.
Shanti Molina.
Good evening, distinguished members of the board, Superintendent Davis, district staff, principals, teachers, other staff, parents, and community members present. My name is Shanti Molina. I'm a dual immersion teacher at Central Elementary School. I am speaking to you today because I am concerned about the level of services our special education students are receiving. I am a teacher first and foremost because I care about our students, their learning, their social emotional health, and their future in our society. First of all, let me say that I love being a teacher in Banning Unified School District. The soul of our community is strong, and it is worthy of our nurture as teachers. Now, I would like to point out that according to the California Education Code 56362, subsection C, caseloads for specialized education teachers should not exceed 28 students. I realize this may be still a lot. Now, it is certainly not all about the education code. It is about our students and by extension, our community. I have worked with special education teachers in some form or another in my entire career as an educator. I have also benefited from the services of special education teachers as they have worked with my own children at home and their general education teachers, both in Banning and outside of Banning. The breadth of knowledge and expertise these individuals have and the impact that they therefore can have on children is stunning. That is certainly true of special education teachers here in the Banning Unified School District. Without their hard work, we would all be lost. However, if their caseloads are so high, then their impact is watered down, and then the students do not receive what they need in order to be successful. As a parent of students who qualify for special education, I can also assure you that we, the parents ourselves, also need the guidance of our specialized education teachers and all of special education staff. When a special education teacher or staff has a caseload of 40 students and then only receive the help of half of another teacher who is splitting her time with another campus, for instance, I assure you that the students' needs are not being met. Not because of lack of expertise, but because of a severe lack of time to meet the needs of all these students on their caseload. And also, they have to test the students who are still going through the SSD process and do also have a right to child find to special education services when they will. qualify. This is simply a matter of time, and it does not add up to meeting the needs of students. I urge you to please take a good long look at our resources and allocate the resources that our most vulnerable students need, not to reach the ceiling or the luxury version of special education services, but just the basic and necessary version of special education that they need. Thank you.
Before we move on to the next speaker, I would just like to thank all of you for coming and voicing your concerns. I hear you. I'd like to ask for Thomas Miranda to come down.
Good evening, Board, Superintendent, Community of Banning. My name is Thomas Miranda. I'm here on behalf of the Banning Blue Zones Initiative, right locally here in your city. We're here to introduce the Banning Blue Zone Initiative to live better and longer. What that means is just integrating a little bit of a healthier habit in your daily lives, just to live that healthier and more purposeful, meaning life that you want to live. We also have a community kickoff coming up this June 7th, and we wanted to take this opportunity to invite all of you to join us for this free event. This free event has Blue Zone inspired foods that will be showcased by local vendors, either locally, if not by the neighboring city, Beaumont. We also want to encourage you to come to learn about more about Blue Zones, because I only have 3 minutes here, but it might take 5 minutes to really get into depth of what Blue Zones is all about. But we just want to encourage everyone to have that healthier step of becoming more engaged in a community garden, in their local nonprofits, or also us help you guys make that collaboration to make ideas into fruition. Our community event kickoff will be June 7th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday. We also have live performances from Baile Folklorico, and we want to see all you guys there soon. I will leave some flyers in the back, and also if I may approach the dais and give some to the board members and superintendent, that way you guys can share it on your socials. Just if you guys need anything, we're down the street from the Fox Theater. You're more than welcome to walk into the office and make sure if you need any other information, and if you guys would want a workshop and learn about Blue Zones a little bit more, we'll be more than happy to have that for you guys. So if may I step into the dais? Again, thank you so much for your time and for your leadership. Banning is going to be more vibrant and more healthier sooner. And we have 3 years to make this project and these initiatives come to life. So thank you for having me.
Now I would like to invite Brian Calderon to the podium.
Good evening, President Ruiz, Superintendent Davis, school board, members of the banning community. I come up here every month representing banning. I talk about the good things, but recently something's really bad that has happened, and I feel like I should say something about it. Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Calderon Gutierrez, and I'm here representing the senior class regarding the recent prank incident and the consequences that followed. First, I want to acknowledge that what happened was wrong. We broke the rules. Some students crossed serious lines. We know that. We're not here to excuse our actions. We are here to take full responsibility and make it right in a way that's fair, constructive, and restorative. To our principal, teachers, custodial staff, office staff, and to the community, we apologize. We know our actions cause stress, disappointment, and a disruption to the respect and trust we owe to this school. We never meant for it to go this far, and we understood that what was meant to be a tradition for fun turned into a serious mistake. We understood that graduation is a privilege, not a right, and that trust was broken. But we also believe in second chances and in a punishment system that reflects on the same things that banning is built around: honesty, respect, and accountability. That said, me and Principal Paz have agreed to a compromise while still setting an example. Students who were involved in organizing or carrying out the parts of the prank that are involved trespassing, vandalism, property damage, are all to come forward voluntarily. They will meet with Principal Paz directly, accept responsibility, and face appropriate disciplinary actions. In closing, we're not here to fight for an easy way out. We're here to fight for the right thing, to ask for a fair chance to make things right in the right way. We believe in this school, and we still want to leave as students who grew from our mistakes, not students who made them. Thank you for hearing us. We hope this plan shows that we're ready to own our actions and leave the school better than we found it. Thank you for your time.
Item 3.3, BTA comments. I would like to welcome BTA President Anthony Garcia.
Hi, good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to welcome and congratulate Dr. Kevin Lee, Mr. Anaya, and Yesenia on their positions. I just want to make a few quick points tonight. You can see everyone here tonight. They are here because the district refuses to work with us on a solution to something both sides recognize is an issue. In any negotiation, there is a give and take, a compromise, and hopefully a solution that will fix the problem that both sides can live with. That cannot happen when one side refuses to engage in a discussion. When one side will not even attempt to offer a solution, let's be clear that this is a mandatory subject of bargaining because it affects people's workloads and it is already impacting them. We had these same issues last year and promises were made. In good faith and in spirit of working together with the district, we gave them a year to figure it out. Those promises were broken and it was not fixed. We will not accept status quo again. Hiring more staff is not a plan. That is normal district activity. We have had some positions open all year. What are you going to do when you cannot fill positions next year? Tell us sorry again and ask for another year to figure it out? That doesn't work for us, and that is why we are here. Just like all of you, they have many other things they need to do. They need to be doing at this time of year. Instead, your refusal to even discuss a solution has pulled them away from their family, taken time out of their busy schedules, and forced us all to search our closets and force us to squeeze into shirts that are 4 years old. When people have to put in this extra effort for basic protections that many other districts already have, it makes it compromise harder. As emotions get involved, expectations increase, and we become further entrenched in our position. Second, we are adding many new positions: intervention teachers, TOSAs, admin, classified staff. These are all great and will help our students, but please make sure that we can take care of the employees that we already have. A competitive salary is essential to recruiting and retaining employees, which is more important to student success. My last point has to do with the SLP position we have flown all year long. We found a great candidate at the beginning of the year. There was an issue with her contract and the district not giving her years of service for her teaching experience. So she reached out to the union. We got involved, and next thing we know, her job offer was rescinded. She was told that she lied on an application, even though she stated the truth in an interview and in her resume. To me, this seemed like retaliation for her reaching out to the union, all because the district read the contract wrong. This person was a relative of one of our best teachers in Banning, a member of the community, and now she works in Beaumont. She would have been here for years, helping our kids. Several months later, we had another candidate, a former student, a member of the community who was just finishing school. She was not eligible to be hired yet, but was told that the position is still open. When she became eligible, we will hire her. Even though the position remained open and we held other interviews, we could not find someone to hire. So May comes around and she is now eligible to be hired. Now, this is where the story gets murky and both sides have different views on what happened. But what is consistent on both sides is she was told that Banning will not hire an SLP on a waiver. and they will not hire her until she is eligible in August without a waiver. Another district had no problem hiring her on a waiver. She is from Banning and her family lives here. She would have been with us for her entire career. Instead of hiring these two people, our students are stuck getting their services from a virtual provider located in some other state, if they are not stuck on a waiting list. How is that better than an intern that is here in person? Now, I get that we can't hire someone just because they're from Banning, but these people were the best candidates and had no trouble finding a district willing to work with them. The community of Banning does not have a lot of money, but they are always willing to give what they have to make sure their kids get what they need. That is the reason why they gave us $47 million, so that we could give their students the education and facilities their students deserve. Now, if we are not willing to work with their kids and support them in their education and beyond, we may find ourselves like our neighbor who has not been able to pass a bond 2 times in a row now. Thank you.
Item 3.4, CSEA comments. I would like to welcome CSE President Jennifer Serrano.
Good evening. Jennifer Serrano, President of Banning Chapter 147. First of all, I'd like to say Happy Classified School Employees Week to all of the classified members here in Banning. As you know, without these vital, important people, daily activities wouldn't happen here in Banning. And I'd like to thank all the different school sites that took the time to recognize their folks at their school and do something special, and for the district as well. Mr. Davis, I wanted to say thank you for coming out to meet with CSEA to do the listening tours. I felt that it was well received. People felt comfortable with you. Things were brought out. And I think we're at a very good working point as we go into the negotiation season. Tonight, the Sunshine proposal is on the board, so I hope we go ahead and get that passed so we can start our negotiations. And lastly, I'd like to say congratulations to Dr. Kevin Lee. We hope to be working really side by side with you to combat some of the things that you've heard, not only BTA mention, but us as well with the hiring and retention and filling these positions. And congratulations to Mr. Anaya and Ms. Silva Leon. We too wish to work with you side by side and get stuff done. Thank you so much.
Item 4.1, Superintendent's comments.
Well, good evening again, Madam President, members of the board, and our community. So usually I have some theatrics, but no theatrics tonight, and I have a lot to say. So I'm going to try to be as brief as possible. It's 8:25. So first of all, I want to thank Janet and Gloria for stepping in for Edith tonight. I know it can be a little bit unyielding, but you guys are good to go, so thank you for doing that. Our avid students that were here, I just want to thank them for their voice. Thank you for, they asked to speak. Of course, we want our students to speak, and that opportunity to go and see campuses doesn't always happen, but it opens up the door for them to see something different for the future. So I'm very grateful that we were able to provide that opportunity. Jennifer and Anthony, I just want to say thank you for working with me for so long. The listening tours, as both of you guys have been with me, we have one school site left for certificated. It's a lot. It's a lot and it's heavy. And as I shared with each group that I've met with, it's heavy for me personally because I want to fix everything. I want things to be right. But that's not how it always works. It's challenging. It's complicated. It's complex. When I see all of you stand up to talk about special education, I feel that in my heart because I've been a special educator for a very long time. And I haven't been in the classroom for years, but I know it's way more challenging than it ever has been. So I hear you. And we do have to figure out a solution. And there have been some things that maybe we did wrong or we weren't perfect, but we're human too. But we hear you, and we have to make it work for our students. Unfortunately, ed code does not match reality at all. So we need to take those things into consideration, and we will. Brian Calderon, I didn't know what you were going to say, sir. All it says you want to talk about the high school. And I made some comments about you earlier, but I can't tell you what you just got up and did. You took ownership and leadership. I don't believe you're involved in any of that, but by you approaching Mr. Pause and trying to represent the student body, that doesn't happen. And you did that. We, everyone in this room and our district is very proud of you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you. Now, all those comments just came because of tonight. Here's the regular comments. I was able to attend the Cadet Corps Ball. This was a couple weekends ago. It was a Saturday. And I'll just say it this way. I was there with Mr. Baker and Dr. Thomas, and the students ran the event. They ran the entire event. They did an outstanding job. When we have students get up here and talk and speak, like the Avid team, like Mr. Calderon, makes me very proud of what you are producing. Really proud of that. Our baseball and softball team made it to the first round of CIF. Really want to congratulate them. Absolutely. And track, we had quite a few athletes this past weekend or last weekend compete in an athletic competition, and they did an outstanding job. I think we had, of the 5 or 8 people running, we had like 3 to 4 win that event. And so that's really a testament to the work that they do. And that work does not happen by itself. There's one coach that I see, there may be more in the room, but coaches get paid minimally, a stipend that's so small, but they work all year long, all the time with our students. They put everything in for them. So it's not just the students in the program, but it's all of the support that happens. So I really want to thank them. And finally, if you do not work in a school system, you think like May is like, yes, this is a great time. We have graduation. We have so many things going on, from preschool to TK to kinder to middle school promotion to high school. It's like, this is great. And so people ask me, isn't it an exciting time? And it is. But I say this, May is one of the most challenging months that we have in a school district. The most challenging. Student behavior goes like this. Our frustration levels go like this. We have negotiations going on. It goes like this. We get the May revise, how much money we're going to have. It is one of the most stressful times of the year. And in my 27 years, it's only gotten more stressful. But I'll say this, the reason that those students walk across the stage, the reason that we do so much is because of you. You guys give everything you have to ensure that students are successful, that their families can see them walk across the stage, whether it's TK, middle school, or preschool. So I just want to thank our community and our board for their support, their unwavering support, because the work isn't easy. But we're here, all of us are, and we show up every day. Thank you.
Item 5, consent calendar.
The recommendation is to approve consent calendar agenda items 5.2 and 5.3 as provided. All matters listed under the consent calendar agenda are considered to be routine and enacted by one motion and vote. There is no separate discussion of these items prior to the time the Board of Trustees considers the motion unless a member of the board or administrative staff requests that specific items be discussed and or removed.
I'm just going to give everyone a second so they can go and go. You don't have to leave, but if you'd like to. All right, do we have a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar agenda as provided?
I move.
I second.
I think this is going to be easy all night. I have a motion from trustee Anguiano and a second from trustee Novales. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 6.1, Business Services, Resolution Number 25-021.
This item is for the board to adopt resolution number 25-021, entering bond election result into the district minutes.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 6.1?
I'll move.
I second.
Any discussion or questions?
I just have one real quick question. Given the current, I guess, situation nationally, is this going to affect our bond?
There are several factors that are impacting all districts across the state in terms of the bond issuances. There is I do not have a magic ball to figure out what will be happening a year or two from now, but what I can say is that there is a huge increase in cost here as it relates to constructions and projects overall. And so what we're presenting today is a recommendation to move forward with the first series issuance for the bond at $17.5 million, overall saving the district quite a bit of money in long term and just in escalation. There are other factors that were impacting also getting this on the agenda as soon as possible that haven't materialized, but because of the various changes, it is recommended to move forward with the first series.
Okay, thank you. But is this going to affect our commitment to the community as we described it?
It is not. We are still moving forward as was discussed back during the campaign and keeping the tax basis for our voters at the same level as we are currently having across the Banning district community. And so at this point, everything's still moving forward as discussed. No significant impact. Yes, bond interest rates are a little bit higher than they have in the past. However, we've also haven't seen those low bond interest rates in some time. And so when speaking with industry leaders, the bond interest rates are what they were about 20 years ago, and they're along the lines of what would be normal, if you will. Again, there's a lot of economic factors that drove down a lot of rates, federal interest rate and bond rates in the last few years. We went through a pandemic impacting a lot of that as well. And so it almost seems right now, based on the information that I've gathered, that we are in a normal state, if you will. And I say normal, understanding that there's many changes that are happening as we speak.
Okay, thank you.
I have a motion from trustee Novales and a second from trustee Anguiano to approve item 6.1. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Okay, at this time, we would like to state for the record that trustee Troutman did attend closed session in person and then left the meeting. Item 6.2, Business Services, Resolution Number 25-023.
This item is for the board to adopt resolution number 25-023, resolution of bond issuance.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 6.2?
I'll move.
I second.
Is there any discussion or questions? I think the questions you asked before, can I go with? So I have a motion from trustee Novelles and a second from trustee Anguiano to approve item 6.2. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 6.3, Business Services, Resolution Number 25-022.
This item is for the board to adopt resolution number 25-022, establishing a citizens bond oversight committee and approving bylaws.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 6.3?
I move to open.
A second.
Any discussion or questions?
I do have a question. What are the next steps after the approval of this? How are we going to create this committee? What's our timeline?
And
Logistics?
I'd like to add to that question. Can we please make sure that we are careful in choosing oversight committee members?
That was my question as well.
Absolutely. And the next steps here in establishing the Citizens Oversight Committee after the resolution is approved is to then solicit the public and identify members that meet the following criteria: a parent that is either involved in a school site counselor or in a parent-teacher association, also a business person in the community, a senior citizens or an individual in a senior citizens organization, also one that is in a bona fide tax association, and two at large. And so it's soliciting that input. Those that may want to participate, we go through an application process, and then at that point, the district administration recommends the committee members to the board. And so it would go through a process that is going to, again, solicit the participants that they want to participate, work through a vetting process, through the application process, and then make a recommendation to the board.
I have one other question.
Your mic's off.
Are we going to try to encourage people from different areas, different sectors, as opposed to just people in one area, so that the community is well represented?
Absolutely. We'll be working with our coordinator of communications to get the message out, putting ads on the paper as well, going through the socials, and also engaging with those community members that are active in the community as well. And so it's definitely going to be open to the entire community.
Okay, thank you.
And how many members makes up the committee?
A total of 7 committee members.
And we will find 7.
That's what we're hoping for. Yes.
We will find 7.
Noted.
Any other questions, ladies? No. I have a motion from trustee Anguiano and a second from trustee Novellus to approve item 6.3. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 7.1, Educational Services Agreement Wellness Center.
This item is for the board to approve the agreement for school-based wellness center pilot program with Riverside County Superintendent of Schools.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 7.1?
I move.
I second.
Any discussion or questions? No. I have a motion from trustee Novellus and a second from trustee Anguiano to approve item 7.1. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 7.2, Educational Services, Boys and Girls Club After Summer School Program.
This item is for the board to approve the Boys and Girls Club after summer school program for June and July of 2025.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 7.2?
I move.
I'll second. Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from trustee Novellus and a second from myself to approve item 7.2. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 7.3, Educational Services, Trail Bites Summer Enrichment Program.
This item is for the board to approve the Trio Bites Summer Enrichment Program agreement as provided.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 7.3?
I move.
I second.
Any discussion or questions?
I would like to ask for a presentation of what the program was like during the summer with all the different grade levels to get a better idea as to what our children were exposed to.
Absolutely. And this would be a forthcoming presentation. Right. Yes.
Any other questions? No. I have a motion from trustee Novellus and a second from trustee Anguiano to approve item 7.3. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 8.1, Human Resources, 2025-26 Declaration of Need for Fully Qualified Teachers.
This item is for the board to adopt the declaration of need for fully qualified educators for the 2025-26 school year and authorize submission to the California Commission on Teacher Credentialing.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 8.1?
I'll move.
I'll second. Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from trustee Novales and a second from myself to approve item 8.1. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 8.2, Human Resources, University of Redlands Internship MOU.
This item is for the board to approve the University of Redlands Internship Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, from July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2027.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 8.2? I'll move.
I second.
Any discussion or questions? I do. Did we establish a liaison so we have a direct contact with the University of Redlands to ask future questions about waivers and such? Good morning, Mr. Baker. Did we establish a liaison between us and University of Redlands so that we could discuss any future issues with waivers and such?
I have reached out to the director at the University of Redlands, and we're making that connection.
Thank you. Any other questions or discussion? I have a motion from myself and a second from trustee Anguiano to approve item 8.2. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 8.3, Human Resources, Notice of Public Hearing. The Board of Trustees will now conduct a public hearing to adopt the sunshine proposals for the California School Employees Association, CSEA, Chapter Number 147, to the Banning Unified School District for the 2025-26 negotiation year. Now is the time and place for the hearing. I declare that the hearing is now open. The time is 8:44 p.m. and 24 seconds. At this time, were there any public comments received regarding this item?
There were no public comments received on this item.
Is there anyone here now that wants to make a comment? At this time, hearing that there are no comments, I declare that the public hearing is now closed. The time is 8:45 p.m. Item 8.4, Human Resources, Adoption of the Sunshine Proposal.
This item is for the board to adopt the initial sunshine proposal for California School Employees Association, CSEA, Chapter Number 147, to the Banning Unified School District for the 2025-26 negotiation year.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 8.4?
I'll move.
I second.
Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from trustee Novelles and a second from trustee Anguiano to approve item 8.4. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 9.1, Business Services, Notices of Completion, Painting Project and Roofing Project.
This item is for the board to approve the notices of completion for the multi-site re-roofing with Maven Roofing and Painting Project, Nicollet Middle School Building 400, and Banning High School Building 500 with Tony Painting, Inc.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 9.1?
I'll move.
I'll second. Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from trustee Novelles.
Yeah, I do have a question. I would just like to know how long it took to complete these painting projects and roofing projects so that our students could have beautiful schools.
Good evening, distinguished board members, Superintendent Davis, Cabinet. Let me think here for a second. They're actually from the time we physically started the project to completing them. Let's think the roofing. It was done over the spring break, if I remember correctly. So the roofs that were replaced took about 3 weeks because they extended beyond that. And the painting projects were completed during the February break.
Thank you. And how much do you know about the cost of all of these for the students?
Honestly, I'd have to look back at the contract to tell you the cost of
roughly?
those. I know that we did take multiple quotes for those and estimates, but honestly, I process so much estimates and quotes that the numbers get jumbled up.
100,000, 200,000?
Oh, no, not
300,000?
200,000.
Yes.
Nowhere near that. They were under, if I remember correctly, the painting projects for the 500 and the 400 individuals were both below the 15,000 range. The roofing projects, if I remember correctly, were somewhere in the same range, between 10 to 15,000 for the individual rooms.
Okay, thank you.
We'll provide a follow with the accurate.
No,
detail
that
for this
wasn't my
cost.
point. I just wanted to make a point.
Got it.
Thank you. Wanted to make a point that we're working hard to ensure to the community and to our students that we are doing everything possible to support them with the best buildings, because we care about our students and we respect our students. That was my point. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Any other question or discussions? I have a motion from trustee Novellis and a second from myself to approve item 9.1. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 9.2, business services, banning high school CTE HVAC summer 2025 project.
This item is for the board to approve installation of HVAC, ductwork, and controllers for the Banning High School CTE Workshop Project, bid number 25-003, to Leading Edge Air Conditioning.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 9.2?
I move.
I'll second.
Any question or discussion?
No, I just see the fiscal impact is 267,000 to ensure that our students are comfortable and that they have the highest quality so that they can learn and be in the best possible learning environment. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
I have a motion from trustee Anguiano and a second from trustee Novellis to approve item 9.2. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 9.3, business services, piggyback on the Ventura Unified School District dairy products.
This item is for the board to approve the utilization of Ventura Unified School District piggyback bid number RFP-FNS 2-24 dairy products for the 2025-26 school year.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 9.3? I'll move.
A second.
Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from myself and a second from trustee Novellis to approve item 9.3. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 9.4, business services, D&M leasing, lease for 5 new vans.
This item is for the board to approve the long-term lease of 5 new vans for transportation services from D&M Leasing through the Sourcewell Award Contract Solicitation Number RFP 030122.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 9.4?
I move.
I'll second.
Any discussion or questions? I have one. Can you just clarify for the record why we're changing?
Yes, unfortunately, Enterprise, the original lease agreement, was unable to fulfill that. So we went out and found a new contractor, D&M, who can fulfill it under the same Sourcewell contract for us. And it's actually been a benefit to us because we have now found another vendor that can provide this service to us.
Thank you. Any other questions or discussion? I have a motion from trustee Anguiano and a second from trustee Novellus to approve item 9.4. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 9.5, business services, resolution number 25-020.
This item is for the board to adopt resolution number 25-020, resolution for year-end budget adjustments.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 9.5?
I'll move.
I'll second. Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from trustee Novellus and a second from myself to approve item 9.5. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 9.6, business services, resolution number 26-001.
This item is for the board to adopt resolution number 26-001, authorizing the temporary transfer of funds between various district funds for fiscal year 2025-26.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 9.6?
I'll move.
I second.
Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from trustee Novellus and a second from trustee Anguiano to approve item 9.6. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 9.7, business services, resolution number 26-002.
This item is for the board to adopt resolution number 26-002, annual delegation of administrative authority to process routine budget revisions, adjustments, and transfers.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 9.7?
I move.
I'll second.
Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from trustee Anguiano and a second from trustee Novellus to approve item 9.7. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 9.8, business services, contractual agreements.
This item is for the board to approve and/or ratify contractual agreements as provided.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 9.8? I'll
I'll move.
move.
Oh, I'll second.
Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from myself and a second from trustee Novellus to approve item 9.8. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 9.9, business services, monthly fiscal services reports.
This item is for the board to approve monthly fiscal services reports, bank reconciliations, purchase orders, warrant summary, and commercial warrant registers.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 9.9?
I'll move.
I second.
Any question or discussions? I have a motion from trustee Novellus and a second from trustee Anguiano to approve item 9.9. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. Item 10.1, board member comments.
I'll go first. Okay. So first of all, I want to thank our classified and our certificated staff. I hope that you guys felt the love and the appreciation from all of us. We wouldn't be able to provide everything that we do to our students if it wasn't for you guys. So please know that you're very appreciated and thank you. Also, I want to welcome our new HR Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Kevin Lee. I am excited to see you on board and see the magic that you will create for us. And I am very excited that now all of our elementary sites are going to have an assistant principal. I think that's going to make such a huge difference in what we're able to provide our students and the staff at each site. So I welcome Mr. Anaya and Ms. Leon Silva. And I was able to participate in a few things this past month. I enjoyed attending the soccer games at the middle school and seeing the boys and the girls play their hearts out on the field. So thank you to all of our coaches that provide these opportunities to our students. It makes such a huge difference in their lives. They get excited, they get nervous, and then when they win, it's just like you just see it in their faces and in their voices. It's something great as a parent to see our students experience that. I know our elementary site at Central had the Cinco de Mayo celebration. I wasn't able to attend in person. However, I am thankful my husband was there and we FaceTimed and I was able to see some of the performances. I hope that as a district, we come up with some creative ways to provide access to our students' performances virtually. I think that would help a lot of parents who are working or unable to go or to see the recording. It's just exciting what our teachers create with our students and their performances and their talents and just the vibrant cultures that we have within our community. So I hope that we're able to embrace that more and provide it in different formats. I attended also Nicolette's Athletics and Academic Awards. Boy, I did not know there were so many sports at the middle school. So it's really exciting, again, that our coaches are able to provide these opportunities to them. We have so many students that participate in multiple sports all at once that I don't even know how their parents do it to keep track of where they're supposed to be. And on top of that, perform excel in their academics. So kudos to our students and our staff and our parents, our families are making this happen for our students. I'm excited again to participate in the Coombs graduation ceremony and then the high schools next week, the promotion at the middle school. It's just a busy month. And I feel like this time goes by like such a blur as a board member trying to attend different events, but then also as a parent trying to keep up with everything that's happening, potlucks and field trips and everything. So I would like to end my comment with, it takes so much work for our students, for our staff, and our parents and our families to survive the whole academic school year and make all these opportunities for all of us to participate in. So thank you so much. We're almost done. Excited to end the school year. Thank you.
Well, Mrs. Anguiano, excuse me, and Mr. Davis has pretty much said everything I would like to say, with the exception of, to our students, I'd love to see the students taking ownership, propelling their own future successes by their dedication in the arts, sports, and academics. Programs like AVID and the road trip really help to cement the dreams of our students. I know I taught in a school district very similar to Banning, and it makes my heart very happy to see that they get these outside looks into the possibilities of what they can do. And it makes me very proud to see that they're taking advantage of those things. I think every student here contributes to the success of this community. I'm hoping that the students here can also see that we work very hard to make sure that they have the support that they need in the staff, that we have such dedicated staff members. And I want you to know that I also heard all of you as a teacher, and I also heard you. And that's very important to me. When I first started, as Anthony knows, I'm very supportive of all of you because I know how hard you work. I'm hoping that the students can see that and appreciate everything that everyone does, both when they're in front of them and behind the scenes, to give them the opportunities so they can succeed. This year has gone by way too quickly. And Angel, I really appreciate what you've done this year as far as highlighting things. I was gone for a little while, and when I came back, I could see all the beautiful things that our students have done on our website, and thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys have a wonderful summer, and I look forward to seeing you at the graduations and the things to come in the next 3 weeks or so. Thank you.
I too would like to welcome Dr. Lee, Mr. Anaya, and Ms. Leon Silva to our administrative team. I'm looking forward to great things to come. Brian, I just want to reiterate what Mr. Davis said. That took a lot of courage to stand up there and take ownership for something that you didn't physically participate in. And you made me choke up a little bit. I was very proud of you. Thank you. Award season is behind us, kind of behind us. I got to go to the Student of the Month / Student of the Year awards. That was a lot of fun to see our kids get up there and be recognized. Promotions, graduations in the next week and day. I want to thank you all for the tireless effort, from custodians to teachers to administration. You guys have the heart, and I truly appreciate it. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you. Item 11.1, future board items. Does anyone have any ideas for future board items?
Okay, I would like to go back to the bond committee. My question wasn't answered about the time frame as to when it was going to be formed. So is it possible for us to get really detailed information as to what step we're in and what to expect next? Whether it's in the weekly update or something, just because this is something pretty important. Thank you.
And I also have mentioned this a couple of times, but I would like to reiterate that I would really like to see a plan for our students as far as some kind of a STEM program, because I think that facilitating our students to be successful in the future is something that we cannot wait. It's something that is imperative, and something that every student that passes through here, that we don't have a plan, I'm concerned about that. So I'd like to see that, and I mentioned about 6 months ago, but I would still like to see that. Thank you.
Do you have any future board items? Item 14.1, adjourn meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move.
I second.
I have a motion from trustee Anguiano and a second from trustee Novellus to adjourn this meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 3-0. This meeting is adjourned at 9:04 p.m.